We checking 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2.
That's perfect, man.
Does that sound loud to you, the vocal? That sound good? Guitar sound balance? Thank you for the sound check. We appreciate it.
Who's the house sound?
Well, we get the house in just a minute. Yep, we'll be all right, that's better. Sorry, stretch it.
I just go mess it up.
Well, thank you for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. It took us a little bit of time, but we got it together. Glad to have you here at Spagettini's. On my right, Mr. Denny Croy, yours truly. I'm Doug MacLeod. We're going to begin this blues extravaganza for you here tonight. We're going to we'll probably do 2 straight hours here for you. And then we will go with the James Harmon Band. We'll have to reset the stage a little bit, but the James Harmon Band is here. So we invite you to get something to eat, something to drink, enjoy yourself for an evening of the blues. We're going to start on what is called the acoustic side, but as you can see, acoustic is a word that is useless anymore.
Hey, you're plugged too.
Nothing, everything is plugged, you know. Nothing is acoustic anymore, it seems like, at least in this music, anyway, at least for tonight. So Dan and I are going to begin you with a song here that is entitled You Can't Take My Blues. You can take a lot of things from people, but you can never take from what makes them unique. You got to hang on to that. That's yours. You Take My Blues is going to sound like this tonight. Money, you take my car, you take my woman, if you can get that far. There's only 2 things that you can't do. You can't walk where I walk, you never take my blues, man. You can take my bourbon, you take my beer. You take yourself right on out of here. There's only 2 things that you can't do. You can't walk where I walk, you can never take my blues. You can take my snap, you take my stash, you even take what she used to have. There's only 2 things that you can't do. You can't walk where I walk, you never take my blues. small change. Only two things that you can't do. You can't walk where I walk. You never take my blues, man. My song, you can take my guitar. Firefly die when they're trapped in a jar. Only two things that you can't do. You can't walk where I walk, never take my blues. I can't let you do that. Boy, it smells good in here, doesn't it? I love how it smells in here. I'm gonna feel good when we get done working. We're gonna sit down and get something to eat too. I guess that's that aroma that worked right through here. Caused me to bring this song to mind. What we're gonna do is a song that's called "You Bread Ain't Done." I got the idea for this song when I was down in Texas dating my wife. And I heard this saying, when someone's crazy in Texas, they say that the bread ain't done. I said, that's too good to let go. So I had to make a song about it. Then some years back, a great blues man that I used to sneak into clubs to see play in St. Louis decided to do this song of mine. Well, I'm here to tell you tonight that was a big treat for me. Because the fella I'm talking about, his name was Albert King. He's pretty good blues man, that fella. It's off of Albert's record called Phone Booth. It's off the very first record he ever did called No Road Back Home. And Your Bread Ain't Done will sound just like this tonight. And then I'm working it. That thing sound good, man. Yeah. That thing sound good on that thing. Yeah. That's good, you can do that. Put it together for me. Walking down the street, I said to myself, there's a girl I'd like to meet. Ooh, baby, I thought you'd want. After looking you over, your bread ain't done. Ooh, she always like a liquor, got a taste in her hand. She's drinking more booze than the fellas in the band. Say what? I thought you'd won. After looking you over, you bet ain't done. Now when she say to me, ooh, a family make me proud. Ain't talking no sense, y'all. She just talking loud. Say, baby, I thought you won. After looking you over, you better ain't done. now when I talk with her, after the summer on. Lights on in the kitchen, Danny, but there ain't nobody home, baby. I thought you the one. After looking you over, you better go. When I saw you walking down the street, I said to myself, there's a girl I'd like to meet, oh baby. I thought you won. After looking you over, you bet ain't done. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate it very much. Excuse me, I got expensive ass socks on, but they will not stay up. So I got some change coming for these expensive socks. I asked the guy, I said, please, give me a pair of socks, man, that stay up. I gotta have it, you know, most of them just go over the calf. I say, I gotta get one that goes over the knee. I got too much left foot for any pair of socks in the world right now. Well, we're gonna do a blues for you if that's all right. Somebody say yes. Yes. All right. This is a song that was just recorded. A song about St. Louis. You see, I'm from St. Louis. That's one of the places I'm from anyway. And about a woman that was a real good woman. And I'm thinking about my last good time.
How are you guys doing?
A song called St. Louis on my mind. St. tell my woman know how to get it up. Ooh, and she know how to ease it back down. Just think about my sweet little son. Think about my last good time. Oh, baby, you know I'm thinking about my last. You know it was my last good time. Is the only thing I know where you can tell somebody how sorry you feel for yourself for 4.5 minutes. And after you get done, they give you a nice round of applause. And after you get done with the night, they even pay you for it. That's not too bad, huh?
Not too bad.
No, that's pretty good. Keeps things okay at home every once in a while. You know? I bet you a nickel we got some blues fans in here tonight, don't we? Blues fans, yes, that's what that's good to hear. We're going to take you on a little trip here. A little place called Navasota, Texas. How many of you blues fans ever heard the name Vance Lipscomb? 2, 3, 4, wonderful. Okay, 5, that's good, that's good. For the rest of y'all, let me tell you who he was. He was a sharecropper from the little town called Navasota, Texas. Back in the 60s, when they had the folk boom and the blues boom, he was one of the guys that they found. And he made some records for our Hule records. But his main way of making a living, ladies and gentlemen, was a sharecropper. The songster second. Sing on Friday and Saturday night dances and such, and he's really good. There's a video of him where he actually is playing for the University of Washington up there in Seattle, I believe it was. And he had cut this finger here, and there was a big bandage on it like that. Now, if you've ever been cut, you know it throbs without even moving it. There's a video of this man playing 75 minutes with a hand like this, with that big thing on his finger, playing music, doing great. And he had to be 70 years old when he was doing it. So, when you're a young blues man, you see that. You realize to you it's never going to be important what color the M&Ms are in the bowl. Do you understand what I mean? You're going to do it. Whatever you got, you give it. On that particular night, that's how it is. So this is a song that he did. That first time I ever heard this song was by him. And my travels took me to meet some other guys, and we talked about it. And some guy told me that Man Slips can learn this particular song in 1905 from a guy named Tommy. So this song has got to be at least 100 years old. And it doesn't follow the normal 12-bar blues. It's got more folk changes in it. So that's when that upset a lot of people. How can you have an old black man from Texas singing other than 12-bar blues? Well, they were songsters, see. They sang whatever they wanted to sing. So then they called that folk blues. Got to find a name on it, got to put something on there. Okay. It's got my favorite verse in all the blues in it. It says, all I want my woman to do is make $5 and give me $2. Now this is 100 years old. You ain't gonna get that today. So Danny and I are gonna take you down history-wise here. Little thing called Sugar Babe. What's the matter with you? Going downtown, I'm gonna give me a line. Chase down a woman till she says she's mine. Oh, now. Going downtown, I'm gonna chase me a line. Chase that girl till she says she's mine. Oh, now. On my mind, say why you do me so unkind, baby. Oh, now one more thing that's on my mind, say why you do me so unkind. Oh, now. baby, what's the matter with you? You don't love me like you used to do. No, no. All over now. Oh, no. All over now. Oh, no. All over now. He's so good, I'm going to feature him right now. Would you like to hear bass? Yeah. Some bass all by himself? I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to take a break. Why don't you do this for about 5 or 6 minutes? I'm going to just wait. Blues fans in the house, have you ever heard the name Big Bill Broonzy?
Yes.
Oh, not too many though. How many people were shy on that last question?
Still thinking.
Oh. Blues in the house. Have you ever heard the name Eric Clapton?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, see, have you ever heard this thing that go like this? You've heard that? Oh, from Eric Clapton. From Big Bill Broonzy. Oh, from me. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that almost is it. Who said Doc Watson? Someone said that. He has a song that had to come off of that. Yeah, New River Train, is it? That has that thing? Something like that. Yeah, this form playing. Yes, sir. Yep. Anyway, this particular style is attributed to Big Bill Broonzy. Actually, it comes from way down in the 20s, guys like Son House that played like... that sort of eerie kind of style where you don't know if it's major or minor, it's kind of mixed in there. But what had happened was, Big Bill Broonzy had done this song called Hey Hey, and of course Eric Clapton, he picked it up and put it on that record here, and a whole lot of people heard about it. So we decided, Danny and I, that we'd get a song called Strutting with Big Bill that would show all the Big Bill Broonzy's licks, as most as I can play good enough that I can fool somebody with it. So here we were playing this thing, and then all of a sudden, I gave Denny a solo, and now it's become a bass solo. That's the organic thing in music, I guess. So anyway, what we're going to do is I'm going to play as much Big Bill as I can, as well as I can, and then I'm going to give the nod over to Mr. Croy, and I'm going to invite you to enjoy what this fine, talented man has in store for you tonight. That sound okay to you?
Yeah.
Somebody say yes?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Oh, good. All right. Call this. Let me get some water. Strutting with Big Bill. That's what it's called. Mr. Danny Croy, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for him. Oh, well, thank you. Did you ever fall in love early on in your life? Who did? Did you? That's all right. That's okay. You can say it. You still, that's okay. I got a song for you. He said he's still doing it. But the one I'm talking about is like when you fall in love when you're like 16, 17 years old. And you feel it. You say to yourself, wow, this is love. I can feel it. It's special. Every time she touches me, every time she kisses me, I just melt. I know this is right. And friends and relations say to you, oh no, you're much too young to be in love now. What you have here is foxfire love. Come up real fast and you die right back down. Puppy love, baby love, this isn't real. And you said, well, you've been on the planet longer than me, you must be right. So I'll go ahead and believe that. So you go on through your life, and sure enough, you fall in love again. But somehow, it never quite seems to match up to that first one. Now, my question is this. Is that because that was your only true love? Or is that because it was your first love? As George Smith used to say, when you stop to think about that, you'll find out that's something to stop and think about.
Stop to think about, let me tell you.
It does, makes you think, doesn't it?
Whoa.
However, it's not my job to give you the answer. It's only my job to tell you it's there. In something that might make it sound pleasing to the ear. We're going to do a song called the Norfolk County Line. James is eating dinner now, but I'm here to tell you that he joined me on our recording session, played harmonica on this particular song, along with the great voice of Jennifer Magnus. We'll put this thing together, and it will be out in the fall, where you'll be able to hear him play harmonica in a setting that most people haven't heard it in. He did a wonderful job in this particular song. So Danny and I, we're going to take you to this place called Norfolk County. And I'm here to tell you that's a fictitious place. There's no such place as Norfolk County, Norfolk, Virginia. I don't know. And the funny thing is, I tried other things. My wife's from Dallas. So she said, well, how about Tarrant County? How about Dallas County? You know? And I said, okay, and I tried it, but it never came off the tongue right. So I guess what that means, this is for any county line, any mine, any time, you see. So you go along wherever you want to, and hopefully we'll all get back here to Spagettini's in about 5.5 minutes. All right? Let's go ahead and do this now. Norfolk County Line. Carolina. You ever go down to Norfolk Carolina? Once lived a woman, and she was a friend of mine. Once lived a woman, and she was a friend of mine. I sometimes see her, if only in my dreams. I sometimes see her, if only in my dreams. Faded memories ain't always as they seem. Faded memories ain't always as they seem. And I love like a leaf lost on the wind. And I love like a leaf lost on the wind. Love I fear I may never know again. Love I fear I may never know again. You ever go down to Norfolk Carolina? You ever go down to Norfolk Carolina? Was live a woman, and she was a friend of mine. And she was a friend of mine. Was little woman. She was a friend of mine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so very much. We sure appreciate it. Now we're going to do one that's sad.
You read this note.
Well, let's do some bottle making. All right, we're going to do a song here for you that's called The Highway They Call the Blues. This is about Highway 61. Rolled out of Mississippi up into Memphis, Tennessee. Then, figuratively, runs to St. Louis and Chicago. Actually, if you run you go into Memphis on 661, you get onto Beale Street, take you right, before you get to there, take you right by Grace Lane. You end up on 51. When you get up on 51 in the old days, you had to cross over. Now the interstate doesn't make any difference. Just get on something to get there. But in the old days, you had to cross over. But, you know, you're writing a song, you can't have 6151, 6151, somebody get confused. So you pick 61, because most people know it. So it's about this trip I took. I was stationed in the Navy down there in Memphis. That sounds like a mistake right there, doesn't it? What's the Navy doing in Memphis, Tennessee? They had a big old base there. I had a car and I had a girlfriend. And I wanted to go up there and see her, and I turned on the radio. The truth of the matter is, I was looking for the Cardinal game. Being from St. Louis, I'm a Cardinal fan. I cannot help it, and I'm proud of it. So when I got on that radio, I said, because in the old days, the Cardinals, they were the team all through that area. So you could pick up the Cardinals. And I'm trying to find a Cardinal game, couldn't find it. Couldn't find it. I don't know why. But what I did find was 3 stations out of Memphis playing blues 24 hours a day. St. Louis had 2 stations playing blues 24 hours a day on AM radio. And of course, if you got to Chicago, 45 stations playing blues. No, I'm teasing. So what this is a little of a count of just driving up that highway, the river right by my side, and think about how lucky I am to have a girlfriend, have a car, be listening to some blues, be 19 years old, and just beginning my rascalizations. So I call this one The Highway They Call the Blues. Memphis, long before the evening sun. Riding toward my woman on the highway they call 61. Turn on my radio, I thought I'd hear me some news. I got the St. Louis station and all they played was the blues. I heard David, Albert, Freddie, and Elmo too. Jimmy Reed, Muddy Water, the music just sounded true. I'm there riding this highway they call the blues. The sun was setting, and I was rolling along. The gentle humming of my wheels and the sound of an old blues song. I heard Pee Wee, George, Lord, and some Big Joe too. Keep Mouth Brown, Howlin' Wolf, the music sounded true. I'm just riding this highway they call the blue. Got some. I'm just riding this highway they call the blue. Highway kept winding and the river stayed right by my side. Roll down the window, let that soft southern breeze inside. I heard Buddy Junior, Sonny Boy and Percy too. Little Milton, Otis Rush, the music just sounded true. I'm just riding this highway they call the blue. I got to St. Louis, you know my woman got heavy on my mind. I put the pedal to the metal and boys will make great time. I heard Bobby Blue Bland, Lil Folsom and Landon too. Albert Collins, John Lee, the music just sounded true. I'm just riding this highway they call the blue. While I put my sock back up. I'm used to it now. One time I was over in Belgium and I was traveling, I was wearing cowboy boots on the road. That's good to wear because, you know, when you travel, when you're a blues man, especially when you're traveling over there in Europe, one of the most important things that you carry is a bottle of woolite. Because the dry cleaning is very slow over there and very expensive. So you take your polyester and you take, you know, the stuff you can all wash out and stuff, you know, your side. But the best thing about boots is, especially cowboy boots, is that you don't need to worry about whether or not you got matching socks. All you got to worry about is just getting a pair of clean socks. You know what? You're in a rush, you know, and sometimes you get everything kind of messed up. But one time I was in this place, you know, the concert in Belgium. And this back many years ago, I had my band back in those days, and we got done, and we're getting off the stage, but they wouldn't let us go. So we went back out and did another encore, and they still wouldn't let us go. Another one. Finally, my manager at the time, he was looking at his watch, saying, "You know, we got to get out of here." He said, "Why don't you go out on the stage and do one of those those old country blues songs you do. Just sit down and do one, and that'll calm them down, and then we can get out of here. I said, okay. So we'll go out there, sit down on this chair, and I start to play, and my foot, I keep my foot going. It goes, so the sound man come up to me and says, no, we can't have that. This is ruining all the sound. I said, well, are you sure? He said, yeah. He says, what you got to do is take off those boots. Well, on that particular evening, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? It's true. I had me a pair of blue socks and a pair of black and white polka dots on. I had one on one foot. Oh, it was horrible. There I was. Oh, man. So now I always make sure that I got the same pair of socks on. I'm matching, you know what I mean. There's an old man in Virginia that I run with, old blues man by the name of Ernest Banks. He gave me 2 lessons in blues that I'll never forget. First lesson was never play a note you don't believe. Second lesson was don't ever write or sing about what you don't know about. One time I had the audacity to go up to talk with him. It took me a long time for him to even like me. It was 1965, 66, 67. He didn't want any part of any young white guy that was going down playing in these coffee houses getting all these women. He was close to 70 years old. They would hang around him, but they knew it was pretty safe hanging around him. You understand what I mean? So he was kind of like, we kind of had disparaging views on us young white fellas learning his music. But after a while, he got to know me and he started to like me. He started to show me things. So one time I went up and played for him in his little hamlet that he lived in, a little place called Tawana, Virginia, halfway between Norfolk and Richmond. And he lived out in this clearing of trees in a little one-room house that all tore down except for his kitchen. That's where he lived in. And it was evening time, it was nighttime, deep in the night, and he had one lamp on his kitchen table. And I went up there, and I believe the song I played for him was Hellhound on My Trail. I believe it was. Robert Johnson's song. So I played it well. I played this song, whatever it was, I played it well. I know I did. When I got done, I looked at him like, father figure. I looked at him as if to say, what'd you think of that? How'd I do? And he said, his words to me were, what's that song about, boy? I said, that's about a hellhound. He said, hellhound? What do you know about a hellhound? I said, well, a hellhound. It's Robert Johnson's song. You ever heard of Robert Johnson? He said, well, I heard of him. And he said, but that's not what I asked you. What do you know about a hellhound? I said, well, I don't know. He said, well, what the are you singing about it for? And I said, because it's a song. He said, no, you don't know what you're singing about, so don't do that in front of me. And I looked out there in that night, one less white guy lost in that Virginia pine, nobody gonna care about it. I learned a very valuable lesson. So I only do the songs that I know what I'm talking about. See, what his lesson was to me was, blues is more than what kind of outfit you're wearing, what kind of clothes, blues goes from one heart to another. And it travels on a road known as truth. You say your truth the best way you know how, it will reach somebody else. It's just natural. That's why blues will never die. I'm here to tell you that. The blues will never die, even if we got... Only way the blues dies is if this whole world is machines. And you only need one criteria to get the blues. Just get born. You get born, it'll find you. So this is a song that's a tribute to that old man. I originally recorded this song back in 1986 on a German label called Stomp Records, and I understand that the 17 Germans that bought this record really liked it. So I asked the guys at Audio Quest about doing it again. They said, yeah. So it's on the Unmarked Road record. This thing's called The Old Country Road. For an old, one-eyed blues singer from Tawana, Virginia. Piedmont player, my name is Ernest Banks. Good morning, evening. You find me here on those old country road. Good morning, evening. I'm out here on this old country road. You know I'm gonna walk my blues, and I don't care how far I go. So don't the moon look lonesome, sat so high up on the tree. Don't the moon look lonesome, sat so high up on the tree. Don't the man look lonesome, since my baby ain't with me. So baby, you know I wanna say, hey, why you treat me so unkind? Ooh, you know I wonder, little girl, why you treat me so unkind? There's a food on every corner, but a good man so hard to find. Say good morning, evening. You find me on this old country road. Good morning, evening. I'm out here on this old country road. You know I'm gonna walk my blues, and I don't care how far I go. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Croy. for Jimmy Reed's song. We'll answer that request. In a hurry. Get these folk instruments ready here. Yeah, we'll be in some kind of country tuning, I guarantee you that. We're going to do something here. We're going to do something. Before we get to Jimmy Reed, let's do something a little bit up. A little bit up. We're going to do a song that was inspired by another great blues man. How many people out there know the name J.B. Lenore? 1, 2, 3. Well, now, a bunch of people more know about that man. J.B. Lenore was one of the best blues songwriters in the world, in this humble opinion. I'll tell you why. He had the courage to write songs that were topical. He wrote songs like Down in Mississippi, The Shooting of James Meredith, the Korean blues, the Vietnam blues. He was ahead of his time. He happened to have the misfortune, I believe, to have been recording right around the same time as Jimmy Reed. So he really didn't surface too much. There's a CD out called The Vietnam Blues. If you don't like that CD, you come by, show me the receipt, bring the CD, and I'll pay you for it. That's so you can at least hear this man, J.B. Lenore. He used to have a sign that went like, and then it all starts from there. But I just took that inspiration to come up with this song. If you've ever been disappointed by lawyers, you ever been disappointed by politicians? Have you ever just looked out amongst the world and said, I just don't like it? Have you ever seen somebody on the TV screen that you know they're lying to you? You want to reach into that screen, pull them out and go, just one time. But you know they're safe. But your anger's still in you. This song's for you. This song's called Who's Truth, Who's Lie. I was born in New York City, and there was an old saying in the city. One man's ceiling is another man's floor. One man's truth is another man's lie. We're going to do this song for you. Who's truth, who's lie? But first, a little glass of water. We got to do this one, Danny. We got to do this one, Danny. This is a good one. This is a thinking song. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Who's true or who's lie? That's a feeling I do despise. Make a promise, the other one say it ain't true. Fighting amongst themselves at the expense of me and you. If I did my job the way some fools do theirs, I'd be begging the street, no one in my life to care. Who's truth? Lie. Oh, that's a feeling I do despise. We got children killing children with guns and dope. Some monkey get fat on those who've lost hope. I said, how many more children, y'all, must I see die before you stand up and renounce your life? Who's true, who's lie? Oh, feeling I do despise. listening to this lawyer. He talking cool and calm, selling me a bill of goods. You know damn well it's wrong. He keep the truth hidden in a carefully worded scheme. If you don't watch out, partner, he prove a river run upstream. But who's true, who's lie? Oh, that's a feeling I do despise. Who's true, who's lie? That's a feeling I do despise. Sure do. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go a little bit longer for our, well, I should say we're going to just play right straight through.
Yeah.
We had a time constraint problem here early on, and it'd be much better if Denny and I, instead of taking a break, losing the energy, then coming back and doing maybe 20 minutes would be senseless unless you say yes. Unless you say
no.
Yes, we'd rather have that. If you'd rather have us keep on going, we just keep on going. So that's how we're going to do it then. We just keep right on going.
Now I know why you don't do it.
Now we got that request from Jimmy Reed. Is that person still in the house?
Yeah. It's me again.
It's you again?
It's me again.
Oh, I hear nothing but trouble.
I know. At least the police aren't involved. That's a good thing.
Oh my gosh.
She goes, I'm in trouble because all your trouble. I said, at least the police aren't involved. It's a good thing.
Yeah, somebody call Larry Parker.
You know what he got?
All right, we'll do the Jimmy Reed right after this one. I want to make sure she's not from Virginia. You're not?
California.
Native?
Born in LA.
Born in LA. That's native.
A really long time ago.
Oh, I don't believe that. How long of a time ago?
I don't know. Back in the 50s.
Back in the
50s? I don't believe you. Really?
I swear to God.
Bless your heart. That's cool. I'll love a woman that can say that. Yes, my wife, when she was born, you get all kinds of dates.
20th century.
Yeah, she's somewhere in the 20th century, Denny says.
19 recently.
19 recently.
Tell you what, we might as well make this a double classic blues then. We're going to do Jimmy Reed right after this one. Promise you. This is a song that was done by Tampa Red. How many people know that name?
Tampa Red, yes.
You like that?
All right. Tampa Red had some great songs like Let Me Play With Your Poodle. What he meant was your little poodle dog. That's what the next part. To see y'all got your mind in the right place. They also had a song like It's Tight Like That. And one of my favorite songs, You Can't Get That Stuff No More. Had a line there go Joe with a big old knife, caught another man running around with his wife. Now you can't get that stuff no more. And one of my favorite songs called Don't Blame Shorty for That. You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. And we're going to do that one for you right now. Then we'll do some Jimmy Reed. We'll have some fun together. Bring you a little sip of something. Don't blame Shorty for that. I'm calling all men wherever you be. Yeah, Daddy? Let's go ahead and roll this one. Come on in on the board. Yeah. for that. Now you're out in the street, you doing it wrong. You come back home, find your woman been gone. No, don't blame Shorty for that. Don't blame Shorty for that. You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. I said no, no, don't blame Shorty. 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 You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. You got to understand, if you can get another woman, she can get another man. Don't blame Shorty for that. Don't blame Shorty for that. You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. I said no, no, don't blame Shorty. 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 You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. I said no, no, you can't blame Shorty. 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 You can blame yourself, but don't blame Shorty for that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't do it. Thank you, folks. Jimmy Reed. I can remember back in St. Louis, we used to have these little parties in the basement. Yeah. See, in St. Louis, big game was when University of Missouri was going to play Kansas or Kansas State.
That's correct.
And that's when all the family would leave. And they say, now, son, daughter, now look, we're going out to Columbia. We don't want to have any parties in here.
No parties.
We say, absolutely not. We got too much studying to do.
That's correct.
They get on that Friday night, they get on that Highway 40,
You got it.
going out to Columbia, Missouri.
Correct.
You must be from there.
I am.
So you tell these people I'm telling the truth.
You
aren't I?
are telling the truth.
Big weekend. It's like USC, UCLA here.
Correct.
Big thing. It's like everybody's involved. So of course the people go out, and of course the guy we're going to hold the party. He said, "Man, this is a good time."
Yep.
So he calls up his friends. You got to get a guy that's been shaving since he was 13.
Right. We get that beer.
Yeah, he gets the look at her. Yes. You get that Falstaff beer.
You got it.
What we used to call fall flat beer. That used to be called, I don't know if you know this, I don't mean any, I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it now. Falstaff used to be called Greaser Dick.
Yes, it did.
It did. Greaser Dick beer. Now, when everything changed around, people say, we got a better name than that. So they picked Falstaff. Those are a little bit behind times every once in a while.
You know, we couldn't get any of that Coors there.
No, you couldn't get Coors because it wouldn't come across from Kansas City.
That's correct.
Some of the blues band, I remember I was playing bass in those days when we used to go out to Columbia to play. Sometimes, I know I'm digressing, but this is a wonderful story.
We love it.
We would go out on our way to Columbia, then we'd keep on going, get out to Kansas City where you could get the Coors.
Right.
And I was the only white guy in the band. 16, 17 years old, and you know, they had a name for me. You know what they used to call me? They used to call me the Little Ray of Sunshine. And one guy named Otho used to have a pell-mell. I've never seen too many guys do it. Probably James knows the guys that do it. But they used to be able to stick a pell-mell right on the lip when it was burning.
Stay there.
Yeah, stay there, and then they bring it up, took a puff while he was driving. And he would sit there and say, hey, make sure that little ray of sunshine in the car. Don't let him get lost back there. So anyway, the folks would go out to Columbia to see the football game, and we'd call the guy that was shaving since 13 to get the beer. There was always a guy that was from Arkansas that knew how to get Everclear. And he'd have some of that, and we'd get some of that grain alcohol stuff. We'd be drinking that. And somebody would always bring the blues records. And we'd get them on the albums, the 33s. And the most important record ever was the Jimmy Reed record. Because Jimmy had this. That meant if you met the girl, you could dance kind of fast too. You didn't have to get close, you know what I mean? But if you got it working, man, you could get right up there. You hold each other tight, stay in one spot, let that spot get hot. Then you look on over the couch and you say, you know, excuse me, I believe there's a place to sit down over there. She said, mm-hmm. Then you sit down on the couch, and you try and do that thing where you slick your arm behind her back, trying to get the light switch off, you know what I'm saying? All the time, this groove is going. You turn out the lights in the basement, all you feel is this music. It makes you feel something. Like the old guys used to tell me, they used to say, if you get your head to moving, then some other parts of you can get to moving too. Jimmy Reed's music had that way. So we're going to do this classic one for the lady that was born sometime in the 50s.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Long time ago.
And I'm her younger sister.
Song called, You Want to Hear Baby What You Want Me to Do.
Yeah. Thank you.
Most people know this as Peeping and Hiding. But it's Baby What You Want Me to Do. This is our version of it. We hope you enjoy it. You got me peeping. You got me hiding. You got me peep, hide, deep. Any way you want me, let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want, baby, what you want. You got me up, you got me down. You got me up, down, down, up. Any way you want me, let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me. Say, baby, what you want me. You got me high. You got me deep, high, deep. Any way you want me, let it roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me. Say, baby. You got me down. You got me up, down, down, up. Any way you want me. Ooh, little roll. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got me doing what you want me, baby. So, baby, why you want me? Thank you. Some people go down memory lane on that one. You get a chance to go back a little bit? I know Mr. Harmon did. That was some good make-out music, boy. Woo! It sure was. Whoa, trouble in mind. All right, we'll do that one too, but not right now. Let me set this up so we can do this one here. Necessary clothes. Necessary clothes? I'll be glad to do that. I'm gonna rise up this morning and get my necessary clothes. Yes. It's a song about when you got to get out of a relationship in a hurry. You don't have time to get all your clothes. Just your necessary clothes. Let me see if I remember how this thing goes. That's all I need to say. I'm gonna get my necessary clothes. I'm gonna rise up this morning, y'all. I'm gonna get my necessary clothes. I've been around here too long. Girl, it's time for me to go. Well, sometime you was my woman. My friend. Woo, sometime you were my woman. You were really my friend. Well, I wish I would have known what I know back then. How can you love somebody when that somebody don't love you? Can you love somebody when that somebody don't love you? I guess it's loneliness, y'all, make me do them fool things I do. I don't. I'll make mine. I say you made your way, baby. I believe I'll make mine. Sometimes the blues ain't nothing but an old learning time. I'm gonna round up this morning. I gotta get out of here in a hurry.
Oh, no.
Are you having a good time so far tonight? Well, that makes us even, so are we. This is really one of the most talented fellas. If you listen to this, you realize that bar lines are something that I don't care about too much. And this man follows me wherever I go. Sometimes I put 8 beats in the measure, 7, 6.5, 13. Doesn't make any difference to him. He is right there. This is one of the best damn bass players in the world. Please give him a round of applause for Denny Croy. Right now we're going to do a song for you that for a gentleman here in the house. He just walked in. Be glad to do it for him. This is a song about a den of iniquity that I worked in Norfolk, Virginia. And we're going back one more time. This is a place that would have loved to see the person come in and order Jack Daniels and Coke. And I will tell you why. Because they knew most people don't know it's Jack Daniels after the second Jack Daniels and Coke. What they used to do was that when they got done pouring that Jack Daniels bottle, rather than throwing it down and breaking it and throwing it away in the garbage, they'd keep it. And they would get a bourbon that was the same color as Jack Daniels. A little cheaper version of it, like 1.5 roses or something like that.
That's cheap.
And they would pour that 1.5 roses into that bottle of Jack Daniels, that Jack Daniels bottle, and keep it there. Now, when the customer came in, he said, "Jack Daniels and Coke, please." Bartender says, "Absolutely, sir." He'd take the real Jack Daniels, pour in that, take the Coke, put it up there, say that'd be $4. The man said, "Oh, okay." He would take out 5 and say, "Keep the change." I said, "Oh, thank you, sir." Go ahead and drink that, and then he would say, "I'll have another one." He said, "Absolutely." And then he put that down, said, "Take the fake Jack Daniels bottle, that in there, put the Coke in there, say that'd be $4. He said, "Oh, yeah, here, keep the change." If the customer thought that it wasn't the real Jack Daniels, the bartender was instructed to put a shot glass up on the bar and say something like, "Look, I feel terrible that you feel that way. The most sacred thing we have is the trust of our customers. Allow me to give this to you on the house." And he would take the real Jack Daniels, pour him a free shot right out there. The guy would sip that and go, smell it and go, "Yeah, okay, I'll have another Jack Daniels and Coke." And he says, "All right." And take that fake Jack Daniels out there. I watched this go on. I said to myself, I got to write a song about this. This is America. There was an old black man that had a gold tooth, big old gold tooth. In the old days, these had in pool halls, used to sit up high so the guys could watch the game, see? And this old man, he looked like he could barely get to the men's room. He just kind of sit there like... And he would love to see somebody come in, talking loud and proud, and he would move over to that table and take that young man's money just as smooth as you want to see. I said, I'm going to write a song about these guys. So I call this song St. Elmo's Rooms and Pool. The ironic thing is that St. Elmo was the patron saint of sailors. There was no patron saint going on in this place. St. Elmo's Rooms and Pool for the gentlemen at the bar, and I hope the rest of you all enjoy this little trip back to Norfolk, Virginia. Let rain stop falling on a sleepy southern town. Broken neon light commenced to flashing above the place where it all goes down. They got dope, women and gambling, a fine selection of real cheap booze. They open for business at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. That's just how it was at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. Old black man with a golden tooth stood watching by the door. He like some sleepy-eyed gator, sunning his nose on the shore. Young man with a brand new stick, talking loud how he's nobody's fool. Gonna lose some money at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. That's just how it was at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. On the street, tied dresses above their knees. They got $50 fur pieces, acting classy as you please. Someone gonna win real big, get drunk and act like a fool. That's why they're working St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. Mama's gonna feed the babies St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. Now you running out on the bottom. I'm gonna tell you that's a hard, hard way to go. Because there's always someone a little wiser than what you think you know. You got to do under others before they do it under you. That's the golden plated rule at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. That's just how it was at St. Elmo Rooms and Pool. Thank you very much.
And the winner is American Beauty.
They're complicated. You never read that many words.
Yeah. Not on the wall.
How's everyone doing? How we doing?
Just I got a request to, I won't say that.
Does it have anything to do with
No, that was from Mr. Harmon, that's it.
He had a plant in the audience.
Messenger.
Are you the plant?
That's the messenger.
See? And I thought you'd be my buddy because you're from Missouri.
That's correct, and I am your buddy. I didn't even know what it said.
Well, how much money he give you to do that?
None.
No, I got some money for you to do something to him. I got some money. We're going to do one for you now that, I guess so. First, let me do this one. Then we're going to do Trouble in Mind. We got a request for this one. This is old classic blues that I first heard the great Big Bill Brunsey do. And then Found out it was written by a fellow by the name of Richard Jones. Sounds like such a sad song, Trouble in Mind. I see it as a song of light and hope. The fact that it says at the end, the sun's gonna shine on my back door someday. The secret is you gotta be here when they do it. You gotta hang around that long so that no matter how bad things are for you, you know you can make it. No matter how troubled in mind you might be. You see the sun gonna shine on my back door someday. I'm gonna lay my head out on that old railroad line. Let the tonight let it ease my world mind. I believe I'll go to the river. You know I'm gonna take me my old rocket chair. If the blues don't quit me, I'm gonna rock myself away from here. but I won't be blue always. You see, the sun gonna shine on my back door. Someday. My back door someday. Thank you. Thank you so much, folks.
Thousand thank yous.
That big girl Bruce, he's something else, wasn't he?
You're something else. Hey, Doc, where's your national?
What's it to you?
I want to hear it.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what. She's fine. Skillet's fine. She's fine. She just rested.
She's a nice guitar.
Oh, she's a beautiful guitar. But I'm in a biscuit mode now. So I got to follow my mode. You know, this one's biscuit. She's skillet. And the old beat up Gibson, I got the old beat up thing. Yeah, I call that one Bones. Yeah, but Bones and Skillet are resting. But biscuit's working. That's just how it works, you know. But I'll let her know you asked about it. Yeah, like every once in a while I open up the case and throw her a piece of meat, you know what I mean? All right. That's not mine, that comes from West Montgomery. Did you know that? West Montgomery, well now the joke is out, but West Montgomery, there were a couple of jazz guitarists went down to see him. I don't know, it might have been Kenny Burrell, Jim Hall, maybe Tal Farlow, I don't know, but it was in New York, and they'd never seen anybody play with thumb as fast as West did. You know, he was incredible. And they asked one of those guys, one of these great guys, asked him, man, what did you think about that? He said, I like to take him outside, open up the car door, and close it right on his thumb. And that magic thumb, boy, he got a good one. Well, we're coming down here to the shank of our part of the evening, but I want to let you all know something. It's a very special occasion tonight. We have with us the James Harmon Band. There are a few bands better than this band doing blues. There are a few bands, I should say, that are in that elite company. When you hear this man do the blues and his band, this is some good stuff coming up for you. So we invite you just to enjoy this extravaganza that we got going on at Spagettini's. Yeah. Did it cost you anything to get in? No. That ain't bad.
You're good too.
Well, it was nice to have family in the house.
You're better with that.
You're the best.
Oh, it's nice to have old girlfriends in the house too. But what this is, ladies and gentlemen, the way I like to see it, is you get a chance to hear the acoustic blues, and then you go up in the very, very next set, and you get a chance to hear the electric blues and how they did both qualities of it. So in one evening, you get a chance to really get a taste of all of it. And I think that's a good thing. Give the folks at Spagettini's a nice round of applause for having the ability to do that. All right, we're going to go down on the decadent side now. This is a song about a woman that knows you got another woman, but she don't care. I'd like to dedicate it to the young lady from the 50s. song called The North Carolina Woman. But we hope that you enjoy it. I'll do it for you right now. North Carolina Woman. Like that tonight. Boys, I'm gonna go up North County, got me a good friend up there. I'm gonna go up North County now, got me a good friend up there. Well, she know I got another woman. I really don't think she cares. You say I want to still love her. Woo, that was long lost some time. You know I want to still love her. Woo, that long lost some time. You see my North Carolina woman, that little girl, she a friend of mine. And she don't care what you say, care less on what you do. You know, she don't care what you say, man, care less on what you do. She make love so good to me. Oh, you think it's happening to you? Ooh, I love that girl. Like that. Got me a good friend up there. Well, she know I got another woman. I don't think she cares. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do the last song by myself. But before I do the final song by request, please join with me and acknowledge the very fine talents of this young man. Oh, let me say something before you get to acknowledge it. This is a young man that reads music, writes music, teaches music, plays jazz, and he has enough sensibility that when he plays blues, to be able to play the big, fat, dumb notes. And he does it with such beauty. Would you give him a wonderful round of applause? Mr. Denny Croy. Denny Croy. Take your great son, you deserve every minute. This last song will do it for us. This is a song that was originally written by Bucka White, one of the great country blues artists of the 30s, who also was rediscovered in the 60s. Tom Rush, a folk singer, had the great fortune to have played a lot of shows with this man. And he took about 4 or 5 of his train songs, put them all into one together, that Tom Rush called the Panama Limited. And then he put it on the record back in the 60s. I heard that and I said, my goodness gracious, what is that? kind of song is that? That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard in my life. How can a guitar do that? So I went looking for more Buck White stuff. And I was amazed at how this man had this style of playing that brought so much energy and so much feeling. One man, one guitar. Amazing. I started doing this song, and then I gave up acoustic blues for a while, started playing electric blues, and then I started coming back to acoustic. And as I traveled around, I met people that worked on this train. I met people that hoboed the train. And rather than put it all in the front with a long talk, I decided to incorporate it in the song. So it becomes like what America does with a lot of its music. It makes it a folk song. It's a folk song. As Big Bill Brunsey said, they asked him, do you sing folk music or do you sing blues? What do you sing? He said, folk music? He said, well, to tell you the truth, I ain't never heard a horse sing. It's people music, huh? It's American people music. Hard to get much better than it, too. So I'm going to do this one, thank you. Do this one for you. This one's called, I call this the New Panama Limited. The original Panama Limited is from Buck White. Pick it up, listen to it. The one that inspired this one immediately was by Tom Rush. You ever get a chance to see him do it? It's a great piece of American music. And if I play this thing right all the way through, you'll get a piece of Americana tonight, and then we'll say goodnight and get ready for Mr. Harmon and the fellas. So let me do this one for you. Panama Limited. Train run all the way from New Orleans, Memphis, St. Louis, Chicago, Illinois. It's a special streamline train. That means the train's so fast the hobos don't even mess with it. Stand on by with a hat in the hand and watch the train go by. I remember one time down in Helena, Arkansas, I was sitting talking to David Honey Boy Evans. I asked him, I said, Honey, did you ever ride that train? His reply to me was a wink, nod, and a very slight smile of his. Further on down the line, my travels took me to a gentleman that claimed to work on a sister train, a train they called the City of New Orleans. You know, they wrote a song about that train too. And what it told me was that both these trains was called the Chicken Bone Express, meaning that the poor people spend all their money to get a ticket to ride. So friends, relations come on by with sack lunch, sack dinner. So they have some to eat as they roll up north. The name of the song, name of the train, one the same. They call it Panama Limited. See, I remember it was early one morning. I woke up before my little girl. Sunlight coming through the window upon her face. I think about just how lovely she was. She reached over, grabbed my arm, I looked over towards her. That's when she said, oh, Daddy, I sure don't want to say. Come on, sugar, put your clothes on now. We won't be late for train time. Not today. Over down to Union Depot, sometimes in the early morning there, you hear trains out in the distance. We were walking along, we heard a train sound like that. that? Is that the Panama Limited? I said, honey, I don't think that is. That sounds like 830 local to me. Limited should be a lot more lonesome than that.